What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to be going over my personal opinion and tier list for decks and archetypes. This video is going to be made for the past before the update. Although the update just rolled out, I just wanted to get this out and kind of give you my opinions. I will be doing an updated video as time goes on, since Surfer and Zabu had just been nerfed. I just wanted to give a recap kind of tier list. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So first off, we have Agatha. Right off the bat, S tier, 100%. Like, why wouldn't you S tier? No, in all honesty, dude, I'm gonna just put anything Agatha, unless you're boosting, D tier, 1000%. Apocalypse in the current meta, before I would say, before anything, I'd probably put him like maybe maybe B tier, just because more than half the time you play a discard deck and you have Apocalypse in it, you're really just banking on the fact that you're trying to have your Dracula hit it. I've seen some pretty like good decks in the times that he's been out, but I would just safely say he's probably middle of the pack. You know, he's probably not top tier. If he was top tier, then you would obviously see him everywhere. But bounce decks, I'm gonna say, are probably C tier. I don't think bounce is currently good. I've seen some good ones, but I just don't think he's there yet. I think in time, bounce is going to be really, really, really good, especially with disruptive stuff as more and more comes around. Surfer negative, I think, is S tier. I mean, the fact that you can play things that are zero cost is just so damn good. Surfer, I don't know if I'm going to put these in the exact order, but for now I'll put him in front of Surfer, just in general. Surfer, I don't think I'm going to put S tier in order, at least not yet, but all Surfer just combined as one. Cerebro. I actually think Cerebro 2 and 3s are A tier. I think they are not too bad. Actually, I'd say 2 is more, it has Brood. I mean, anything with Brood is always good. I mean, yeah, I'd say that they're up there. 4, I would say is probably I'd say is more on the, I've seen some really good ones, but not a lot of people play them. I would say 7 is amazing, and I'd say 5 and 9. 9 costs are great, but it's really hard to just get those ones out sometimes. That's a lot of work, but it's very disguising. So I would say Cerebro 9s are amazing, but I wouldn't put him as an A. Collector decks, I would say, are for the most part middle of the pack. I wouldn't say he's the best. Control, I would say, is A tier. Control is really solid. In terms of what you're trying to aim for, I would say it's close to S tier, but I would say Control is A tier, because it's just in general, being able to control and grab your opponent is just really good. Daredevil. I would say Daredevil is not Daredevil. Sorry, Deadpool. I think he's really good, and I know you can really get him big, but I'm gonna put him B tier just because you can lock down things with Cosmo and like armor, and I just don't think that is really reliable at times. But Deadpool decks in general they're not terrible. I would say She-Hulk and Death, probably A tier. Destroyer, I'd put C. He's not the best deck, and no, actually I'd give him B. I'd put him middle of the pack. Devil Dino, you can never go wrong with a Devil Dino. I want to put him, do I want to put him B? In front of B? Dinos are always strong. I would say Dinos are still, even though he's an old deck, I would put him A tier. He's never really been wrong. Disrupt, Sarah and Arrow. Holy cow. Arrow and Disrupt decks are amazing. I think that they're far better than Control, to be honest. Just disrupting your opponent in every direction is just, I don't know. I kind of see them both, but I feel like Disrupt at times is just so much more hindering. They can really stop what you're trying to do. Wong Gambit, I'm gonna put C tier. I don't think that this is more for memes. I don't think that it's really that great. Galactus, I'm actually going to put, so I've been playing with Galactus lately, and I have to say, as much as I thought it was really gimmicky, it's not actually always the easiest thing to pull off, just due to the fact that he has 2 power, and you have to get him out earlier. If you don't pull him, you can really lose games. I'm tempted to put him at S tier though, just because he is somewhat of a broken card in his own right, and he basically makes you play an entirely different game. So with that, I will put him S tier. Good cards, I don't know how to categorize this one. I would say middle, I guess. Good cards. I don't know what good cards is. You know what? I'm not even gonna rate that one because I don't know what that means. Hella decks. I think Hella is definitely at the top of like A. I think Hella is always been strong. Actually, no, I wouldn't say she's in front of Death She-Hulk, because Death She-Hulk wave is just too good. I would say Hella's A. She's definitely like, it's really hard to stop her in her tracks, depending on what you're trying to do. The only reason I think she loses is usually from Shang-Chi's, if you have the priority, and essentially Silver Surfer decks. Their Silver Surfer is just, it's too consistent, too good, you know? Khazar decks, I will put him at, I guess I'm kind of being a little too generous on a lot of these. I would say Khazar is like, he's good, but like if we're just talking Kazoo, I'd say he's C. Lockjaw, I think Lockjaw is S tier. I think Lockjaw is super great. There is so many versions of him where he just excels, and I think he's S tier. I've made it to Infinite with him, and I think with the right cards, Lockjaw can be so amazing. Be on the lookout for him. He's probably going to be making a massive comeback. Hazmat, I'm going to say is D tier. I don't think Hazmat's good. I think Hazmat's like C at best. Hazmat, I think, is honestly so like, there's too many cards that you have to pull for it to be good. You know, I'm actually gonna go back and look at these A tiers here. I'm gonna put the Cerebro 4 and 7s. I'm gonna put these ones here more in the B sol area. Move decks. I don't play move, but I'm a believer of move. I think move decks aren't terrible. People often talk a lot of crap about them, but I really do think that they aren't terrible. As long as the location, I mean, there are some locations alone that just you normally don't care for, like what is the one that you get +2 for moving to that location? That location, like, people sleep on it, man. I mean, it's so common to see it too. I would say move is probably B tier. I'd say definitely behind Cerebro. Actually, no, you know what? Until they get better cards, I'm gonna put it at C. But I still think that he is close to a B. I think move is actually very good, but I don't think they're top tier. Negative, as a deck archetype, I don't think he's great. He needs kickers like Surfer. Ongoing decks are, I think, top tier. Ongoing decks can really be good, especially like in the right situations. I mean, there are some really good ongoings, and it's really safe to put them in front of Cosmos. I think personally, I think ongoing is top tier. No, you know what? No, I think they're A tier, but they're definitely like in front of a Hela. Like I would say they're front of She-Hulk and Death. I think ongoing is just so good. Ramp up decks, I think that's a little bit vague on what that means. Patriot decks, S tier. Patriot is just a strong component. I think he's just so good, and he was definitely one of the best. Sandman decks. Now I'm gonna put Sandman and Ronin together because no, not together, but they actually work really well with each other. People are sleeping on Ronin right now. I think I'm gonna put him in C because not a lot of people are discovering him. I actually think he's higher up when people start to figure out how to actually build a deck around him. But I think I'll keep it even right now. I'll just put it in C. It says undiscovered. Sauron, I'm not gonna do anything with him because I don't know anything. Sarah, 1000%. Anything Sarah. You know what? And like, if we're talking disrupt, if we're just talking like Arrow, like as a card in like disrupt, I think Sarah and Arrow are the best cards in the game right now. I think they're easily the best 100% most top tier cards in the game. I think Shuri decks are really good. I would say they're still behind Surfer. I play Shuri mainly and Lockjaw. I play Shuri decks and I play Lockjaw. I don't play Surfers. I would say Shuri is just behind Silver Surfer, but now that he's been nerfed and Shuri is becoming more accessible, I'm going to say Shuri will become definitely right behind Sarah and Arrow. I think those three girls are going to be the best cards in the game. Destroy Spectrum. And now I actually thought Destroyer decks with Spectrum was the card that we were looking for. So I'm going to take Destroyer out and just put Destroy Spectrum because I think that's really what you use anyways. Thanos decks. I don't think Thanos is really good right now. Although he has a really good kit, I would say he's like B until someone really comes out with a most broken deck. Venom decks. You don't see them often, but they are great. When they work. I'm going to put him middle just because I don't know enough. Wong decks, I think, are C tier if we're just talking Wong decks purely. With the amount of things in the game right now, like Cosmo and like Armor and like, you know, Rogue and all the tech cards like Enchantress. Wong as a deck, I mean, he was good at one point with Black Panther, you know, White Tiger, Odin, Doom, you know, that kind of deck, I would say is C tier. He once was S tier, but I don't think it is anymore now that people have more access to stopping things. Zabu decks, 1000% S tier. You know what? I'm kind of feeling like Patriot is in front of A, but I don't know. I'm kind of going back into it. Zero decks, kind of want to put that behind Shuri. I think Zero is good, but currently, I would put Zero decks probably at B. No, I'd put him in A. But yeah, I think this is honestly like these are the best decks right now. I know I have a lot of S tier. It's kind of big for what it is. But this is my first time doing this tier list, so I don't really know how they gauge or whatnot, but I would say this is probably most accurate to my opinion. And if I were to categorize them in order, I'd say they're probably in this order. I am 1000%. I am not an advocate for Luke Cage Hazmat. I don't think they're very good. There's too many cards. I almost really want to put this in D tier because I just don't think they're great. But with that being said, guys, that was my tier list. Thank you guys again for watching. If you can, please like, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me and hit that notification bell. And hit me up in the comments if you disagree with this or what do you think is the best deck. But other than that, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.